Never thought there would be such a thing as a waste of an SSD, but I made it happen. Hey guys, what is going on? It's Ben again, and you may have seen this computer before on my channel. If you haven't, well, I guess you haven't seen the videos. You should go watch them. Anyways, this is a Dell Inspiron E1505. It's been a landmark of things I've experimented with. I've turned it into a HackBook, and I'm going to be doing some new stuff with it, including like quad or even like doing quintuple booting of Windows operating systems. So I might have to wipe the OS X installation. But in the meantime, I decided to experiment with it and throw an SSD into it. Now, I'm going to tell you guys right now that Hackintoshing and SSDs are still kind of a mixy picture for me. Like, Apple doesn't really want you to run their software on any other hardware other than Apple's, but at the same time, I can't help but think that some SSDs are being bottlenecked by the system, probably. Or maybe it could just be the hardware that it's running on, you know, the motherboard, the CPU, and everything, that's probably holding this back. But I don't think this is the case. So I had this Samsung 16GB SSD. It was SATA 2 speeds, and this is already SATA 2 or SATA 1. I don't know. It's a pretty old laptop. I think it's 8 to 10 years old. And, oh my god. I gotta say, the read and write speeds, the boot up times, and the stability of the system has me extremely concerned about the longevity and how an SSD is supposed to handle with the system. So basically, this system is not very stable right now. And what makes me really laugh is the original hard drive was much more stable. And that probably had some bad sectors and was probably starting to fail because, you know, it was getting old, it was starting to make a lot of noise. And speaking of noise, I did take the fan out of this laptop. It was starting to cling a little bit, and when I would try to record it, it would just make so much noise that it'd be distracting to the viewer, even if I muted it. So, it was just kind of distracting to me, so sometimes it just shuts off with, like, you know, no reminder, and it'll reboot saying, you know, your laptop is overheating. So, I've just tried to, you know, minimize my testing with it for my safety and everything. So, yeah, it's, again, not very stable. The read and write speeds, I'm going to get to that. Yeah, I'm going to get to that. This, oh my god, not what you would expect from an SSD. Seeing how sometimes, I tested this multiple times, sometimes the read speeds were slightly better than the hard drive and sometimes they were slightly worse. And the boot up times on this are abysmal, hard drive or no hard drive. I have a strong concern that it might be the motherboard I'm working with, so this would be a good laptop for like experimentation in the future. Because, you know, I don't care about wasting it. Again, it takes a very long time to boot up, but I don't think that's the SSD's fault. I will be testing the same kind of SSD on another laptop, which I have sitting over there. I can't grab it right now because I'm recording, but it's a Compact Rosario CQ60, so I will be, you know, reinstalling Windows on it, because that was my laptop from my childhood, you know, full of viruses, full of crapware, stuff I don't really want you to see. So, yeah, I'll have to retest the SSD. I don't really think putting it in a Hackintosh would have been any benefit. But, I mean, it's pretty surprising, but still not surprising that the SSD was not able to perform at what it could have been. So, you know, yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I just wanted to mention that the system, I may go back to, you know, a hard drive, or stick with the SSD just for the nostalgia of it, of having an SSD in pretty much every computer I own. I had a friend tell me, you know, I should go for an SSD-only system. No hard drives, no moving parts, no nothing. And that may be where I'm going. If I can figure out how to get this OS stable though, and figure out how to get, a more stable system running, especially on hardware like this, then I will definitely be the first to let you know. But otherwise, I just wanted to let you know this was not worth it, like, whatsoever. But I will be retesting it. A new SSD, brand new, never opened. That same SSD, that Samsung 16GB SATA 2 with another laptop. I'll make a separate video on that, but I just want to, make a video on this. And yeah, so that is pretty much it. There's not really much I can say. It was very difficult to test anything with this. I could not really figure out, because the thing is, this doesn't have the App Store on it. It's OS X 10.6.3, so the App Store wasn't, released, and there was hardly any, there was hardly any software that would work with it. And since it was so unstable, I had to plug it in to another Hackintosh to see how it ran, and it was pretty disappointing. But otherwise, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I may retry this again with another SSD, but you'll just have to stay tuned. So anyways, guys, that is pretty much it. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like, and thanks for watching. This has been iAtkos, signing out.